Hey guys, so today with the new level cap, it was also unlocked the new trial. So this was one of my first few run that I did as soon as the level cap was increased. I just joined the party of one of my guild member, and we start farming the trial. This was the drop that I got from the previous run, and as you can see at the start of the video, my power level was 80,000, which is 10,000 less than the advised power level, but we still had no problem. So it's definitely not a difficult trial, and in this video you can see how it works. So pretty much there is, as usual, two parts. The first one is with the mob, and the mob is nothing too crazy. It's like it's a little bit tanky, but nothing too dangerous. It does spawn a second mob that is gonna self-destruct, but if you have enough DPS, you can just focus on the mob. You don't need to focus on the self-destructive one, as you can see from here, because when you kill the main one, the self-destructive one also dies. So it's very, very easy, very, very fast. And then you're gonna reach the boss. So everybody is gonna have a job to do during the boss. For the DPS, you need to interrupt the skill. The skill of the boss is gonna be, so interrupt, it means there's gonna be one of those skills that charge up. The interruption must be done when the boss has only one bar of HP left and 50% of HP. So at that point, when you reach 50% of HP, is going to charge up a skill. You can interrupt it easily with your main interruption skill. As a DPS, that's your job. And also as a DPS, you need to focus the second mob that the boss is going to spawn soon. Basically, every once in a while, the boss spawn a couple of mob, one on the left and one on the right, and you need to change the target manually. As you can see, there is like a dot on their head, and once the dot appear, you can focus on them. You need to kill them, both of them, before they explode. If they explode, they do a decent amount of damage, nothing too crazy, it's not gonna one-shot you, but if they both explode, it could be a problem depending on your tank and your healer, so definitely you want to focus on them and kill them before they explode. And again, that's what the DPS has to do. For the healer, for the priest, you need to, other than healing, you need to dispel the debuff, the malus that the boss does, because when you do that, nobody can use their skill, so that's quite annoying. Then you have for the tank, of course, you need to keep the aggro, and that's pretty much it. Again, I think this one is not one of those trials where you can stay AFK all the time, at least not now when we're still like low level, like level 65 or stuff like that. Probably when we have a better equipment, we can do it. As you can see from here, I still could keep up with the DPS despite having 10,000 power less than the minimum required for the trial. So no big deal, no big problem. Now I have like 108, so it's gonna be much easier. Now, as you can see from the video, when the HP reach around 75%, I change my skill from one for damage to the one with interruption, because if you didn't know, as a DPS you can do that. You can change your active skill during the trial. So usually I keep one for the damage, usually AoE damage, for the entire run, and then when it's time to interrupt the charge skill of the boss, I change. You need to remember to change in advance, because the new skill is gonna have the full cooldown when you equip it. So as you can see here, I interrupt the boss charge skill, and then I change back to my AoE damage skill to keep up and do more damage, more DPS. And that's pretty much it. That's not very difficult. Again, you just need to have someone that is going to dispel the malus of the boss. As a DPS, you need to kill the mob before the self-destruct and interrupt the charge skill. For the tank, as usual, you just need to tank, and that's it for the trial. It's not very hard. The drop is very good, and there's a lot of people that now, as soon as you unlock it, there's a lot of people that want to do it because it's quite useful and the drop are nice. So I think it's a good idea to use Stellarite at least for the first day, and also all your Apple to farm as much equipment as possible and get as strong as possible. That's it for the video. I hope it was useful. Let me know in the comment if you have any question, and see you in the next one. Bye bye. Thanks.